small, getting students to kind of finish filling out. The co-op donated 500 thank you notes to us, which is awesome. So we're going to finish filling out the rest of those, and yeah, so we'll deliver those Tuesday morning to different police stations, and it should be a really cool thing to really say thanks. So that's all. Oh, and if you want to sign up to Help Monday, I think David Blue sent out. No, he hasn't sent it out to general membership. So yeah, Chelsea will be sending you the link to sign up to Google spreadsheet, really easy to fill out. So thanks, y'all.
All right, a couple things from me, I guess, the boring legislative stuff. So because of Tuesday's incident, SG did not have its regular assembly meeting. Instead, we had an emergency meeting today so we could get our budget passed so that we could appropriate to all the student orgs that we promised funding to. So we called that at about 6 today, and just for you, I got them out at 6:55, and it took a lot to get them out. Appreciate it. You're welcome. So there was also a resolution that got committed to our Student Affairs Committee about sort of in support of and raising awareness about the emergency text alert system that did work so well on Tuesday. So if you have any input on that or you'd like to see the legislation, please let us know. That'll be hopefully going up for vote on Tuesday. A couple other things. Bargab mentioned Student Services Budget Committee. I actually chair that committee. It's got about like a $38 million portfolio, and we allocate to stuff like the shuttle system is the biggest thing in there, as well as the union, rec sports, and that kind of stuff. So if you ever have any questions or issues with any of those services, or maybe other things that you would like to see from that committee, please let me know. And the last thing, I know Carissa worked on this a little last year. You all passed a resolution in support of efforts to create more services and resources for student parents, because for a lot of TAs and graduate students who also have children, it's hard for them to make ends meet and also teach and also sort of raise a family. And so a lot of times those students drop out and we don't see them again. And so we've been working as a coalition for almost a year now on those efforts. And over the summer we successfully got discounted breast pumps on campus, and that'll be sold. That's available for faculty, students, and staff. So right now we're in the phase of advertising these pumps because it's a pretty big deal. We're only now one of 2 universities that do it, the other one being UNC Chapel Hill. So we're going to start convening again as a bigger coalition. I'm definitely inviting Carissa, and if your recruitment retention chair wants to join, that would be great. And if you ever have any questions about any of these initiatives, feel free to let us know. We like seeing y'all around the office. We've been seeing a lot of at-larges. Feel free to come say hi to us, and we all share space, so feel free to be in ours too. Is there anything else? Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks.
Before we move on, is anyone from UT Libraries here? Okay, now we move on to special guests. Even though it says we don't have any, we do. I would like to invite up Darlene from Faculty Affairs to present the Professor of the Month.
Hey y'all, the September Professor of the Month is from the Pharmacy Department. She is described as being knowledgeable, friendly, and committed. So please join me in recognizing Dr. Renee Acosta as she talks briefly about her work.
Briefly, you said I had at least 30 minutes. Well, first of all, thank you to Eric and Pharmacy Council for nominating me. I teach 2 courses in the College of Pharmacy, and they have nothing to do with each other, which is kind of odd. But I teach over-the-counter products, which is something that you could all use. And we have a lot of fun, and we talk about a lot of crazy, off-the-wall topics over the course of a semester. And then I teach IVs, how to make an IV, and we get to all dress up like Smurfs and all this garb and gloves, and it's very stressful. And there's music and chocolate, and we just make it lots of fun. I go into every day, I want to have fun, and I want to make it relevant. And so, you know, to get an email and say you've been selected a Professor of the Month is just kind of like the icing on the cake, because I have so much fun with my students every day. So I just thank you for this.
I just want to remind everyone that for everyone who wins Professor of the Month, they're automatically submitted to win Professor of the Year. They're in the running. So exciting, and we will be sending out very soon the calendar for when you're all up for Professor of the Month nominations. But congratulations, thanks for coming tonight. Moving on to executive reports. Really briefly, I wanted to tell you the University Lecture Series is this Tuesday, October 5th. How do you change the world? The Great Debate, featuring David Lottie, Larry Speck, Sean Theriault, Dr. Springer, and Lee McAllister representing natural sciences, architecture, liberal arts, social work, and business respectively. So it should be a pretty epic battle. So you're all invited out to that. Going around is a sign-up sheet for volunteers. They really need volunteers, and this is kind of co-sponsored by Senate, so it would be awesome if we could support it. It should be pretty easy. You'll get free pizza, free t-shirts, and then you won't even really have the whole lot of time taken up. So please let me know if you can volunteer. Also, I just wanted to touch base on, I know this past Tuesday's events have raised and will continue to raise a lot of questions and concerns about, just everything from the university to individual students. And so kind of the four main themes I'm hearing kind of from the assembly, and I just want to put this out there in case, if anyone wants to move on legislation, if you want to come talk about it. I know it will raise questions on concealed weapons on campus, mental health and academic stress, technology and communication services, and then the faculty and TA response, kind of streamlining that effort. So those are kind of some of the initiatives that I know the executive board is looking at in light of Tuesday's events. And if you're interested in any of those, please come talk to us. Also, I know we had CMHC here, but I just want to urge you that if you're feeling overwhelmed, anyone's feeling overwhelmed, I know it's a weird time for all of us. So that is on the 5th floor of the SST. But that's all I had, so we'll move on to Blake Baker, Financial Director.
Okay, so round one of Senate appropriations occurred last Thursday. It was great. I want to give a shout out to all the financial directors. Councils, you should really be proud of your FDs. They did an outstanding job efficiently, because we only ended 5 minutes behind schedule, which when you interview a record number, yeah, I said a record number of organizations applying, I think that that's pretty excellent. There was a lot of great discussion from FDs, and I want to thank y'all for spending 5 or 6 hours with me last Thursday. Hopefully it wasn't too terrible. On the very back of your agendas, you can see a breakdown of all the organizations that received funding, as well as copies, and how much funding and how many copies they received from Senate. We distributed $3,550, and over 34,000 copies, so that's really excellent. We're really excited about the events and the things that these applicant organizations are doing and be looking out for their events. I've heard from many of them thanking us and inviting us to their events. So does anybody have any questions? All right, awesome. Y'all let me know. Feel free to contact me if you ever have any questions about it. Oh, and also, round 2 of appropriations is due tomorrow by 5. So if you know an organization that needs additional funds, encourage them to apply.
Thanks, Blake. Okay, Carissa?
I just have a few updates from agencies. ISIC is having information sessions if you're interested in studying abroad or interning abroad with them. They'll be on October 12th and 13th. And it's at 7 p.m. A location to be determined, so I'll make sure y'all get that out in the newsletter and announce it next TA. And then also in terms of Analecta, they just got a whole bunch of new members. They're really excited, 15 new readers and editors. And they're working on a new blog, so that should be launching soon. So I'll just keep you guys updated on that. So that's all I have for you tonight.
And then Allie Smith is at an Honor Society meeting, academic, I know, so we support it. But she wanted to remind you to, if you have newsletter items you want in the newsletter, or due this Sunday by 5. And then Briam.
All right, just to reiterate the sign-up sheet that's going around for the student lecture series, if you sign up for that at-larges, it counts as office hours. So just another reason why you should come out and support Senate and go. And then also we have the at-large of the week this week is Danny Zhang. So if you want to stand up and we'll clap for you.
Yes.
He was nominated by his chairs, Kendra and Hank, and he is on the Recruitment and Retention Committee. And just one of the reasons why he was chosen was because we really see that Danny is a dedicated, enthusiastic, hardworking, at-large. Also, this week Chelsea needed flyers made, and he's not on multimedia and publicity, but he was in the office.
You made them anyway.
And they were wonderful, and so Danny's just, his committee chairs just say that he's always on his game, and he produces high quality work, and especially with your efforts on the Ready, Set, Go. So let's give him another round of applause.
Congrats, Danny. Okay, no unfinished business. Moving on to new business, SR 1003 in support of creating a faculty sabbatical leave program. I'll ask the authors to come to the front. Please remember, if you have a question or when you address the assembly, please stand and state your affiliation to the assembly and your name too.
Hi there, I'm Jonathan Dow. I'm the chair of the Undergraduate Research Committee, and this is...
Hi, I'm Darlene, Faculty Affairs Chair. My name is Ryan Hirsch. I'm an at-large member on the Undergraduate Research Committee.
And I'm Andrew Clark. I am also an at-large member on the Faculty Affairs Committee.
So today's legislation is about SR 1003 in support of creating a faculty sabbatical leave program. So I just want to take a survey. Who here knows what a, raise your hand if you know what a faculty sabbatical leave program is. Wow, so like a majority of people, but for those who don't know what it is, just for your personal edification, a faculty sabbatical leave is a leave where faculty members, usually tenured faculty, can take 1 to 2 semesters off to go out and do research, to go do things that they wanted to do, but they were committed by their teaching duties to the university. And so, next slide, so what do? They go out and do research. They go to the Guggenheim library to do research. If they're an English professor, somebody might go work with a scientist, might go work with another scientist at another university, and things like that. Or they can just sit down and develop a new course. It helps the productivity of the university, and so helps enhance the status of the university because of that time off that faculty get from their teaching duties. So what exists here right now at the university? What we have is called a faculty research assignment, and this program is given to faculty. Faculty apply for it. It's a competitive program. There's only a limited number of spots, and so they have to apply for this. It's really competitive. It's hard to get, and not every faculty is entitled to a leave after 6 to 7 years of service to the university. So this is much worse from a true faculty sabbatical program. And so what can we do to improve it? This is nowhere near a true faculty sabbatical program. Okay, so next. So just to give you a little outline of what a good faculty sabbatical program in a university should be, is every faculty should be entitled to their sabbatical leave after 6 to 7 years of service to the university. And then also on top of that, you want to have internal research grants that faculty can apply for, and this is an example of the faculty research assignment that we have at our university is an example of an internal faculty research grant. And so at our peer universities, what they would have, stay on this slide. What they would have is they can apply for this on top of their guaranteed faculty sabbaticals. So if a great faculty member who does great research applies for one of these and they get it, they can take a faculty sabbatical leave more than one time within the 6 to 7 years that you can get a faculty sabbatical. And then so what are our comparison universities that have faculty sabbaticals? And Andrew will address that.
Well, as you can see here, there are 9 of our comparison universities, including Berkeley, UCLA, University of California, Irvine, the University of Minnesota, the University of Michigan, Michigan State University, Indiana University, University of Virginia, and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. that have established faculty sabbatical programs already. And another one up there, as you can see, is Texas State University.